cords when this thing starts, you know, becoming so bad of an issue that we have to do this all the time. It's working right now. So.
Alright.
Okay, attempt number 37. Hello? Mario?
There's no game audio at the moment.
Yes, that is.
Well, it just came up.
Mario!
I keep running over my fucking cord.
Mario!
My cord's too long.
Mine's not long enough.
Alright, sounds good. Okay. Hello, people. It's us, TBGN. I'm your host, Younger Bro.
I'm your other host, Older Bro.
And we're back in Katawa Shoujo. Sorry for the technical issues. Mic wasn't working.
That is true. Also, by the way, so the thing I told Younger Bro to remind me about a thing I need to talk about. So, last episode, we had the scene, and Younger Bro was complaining about the fact that, you know, it censored the thing, you know, censored the scene, but didn't, you know, change any of the context of the scene. So I replayed the game with censoring off, and it turns out it did change the scene. It cut out over 20 lines of dialogue, where he goes into details about what he's doing to Rin. Also, it has one of the best actual lines in the game, like in terms of character development, because one of the lines that MC-kun actually has is, "It was at this moment where I think Rin actually broke and then reassembled herself like she wanted. At least that's what I felt at the time."
Yeah,
So it's like that. I feel like that line needed to not be cut, because that was actually like an important line.
I just don't think you should resort to that in this situation.
To be fair, she requested he assist her, and she doesn't quite have arms. So,
It's fucked up.
Yes, it is fucked up.
Okay,
And I'm sure if she had the arms to do it, she would have fucked herself up.
I'm sure she can find a nice desk to do it on.
I mean, that's fair, but...
Anyway, through the grogginess of a freshly awakened mind...
A statement that does not apply to Younger Bro right now.
I can observe my surroundings only one thing at a time. The morning light shining from the skylight is bright and sky-colored. No shit. That is the sky. It reflects from the white walls and the colorful posters and paintings. Yeah, sorry if I sound out of it, guys. I am.
Yeah,
I'm
very,
very fucking exhausted. I had to pick up sticks all day yesterday, so now my back hurts. I had a splitting headache by the end of that day, and I didn't feel much better when I woke up. And I had to go to an interview today.
Yeah.
And then when I got home, I felt worse.
Yeah. By the way, we thanked Leckles for following yesterday, right?
I did.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
So, yeah, then I felt really bad for a couple hours. It was only around 4 o'clock when I started to feel better. And then Father's like, let's go build a fence. Great. So I go build a fence and I get marked up pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway.
And now I'm streaming.
Yep.
But I can click and read through a game. Oh no. I hope nobody at school realized that I spent the night here. They didn't find out the last time, so I am feeling confident about my chances. The odds are in my favor.
Yeah.
My neck is stiff and my shoulders are hurting like hell. You don't know the meaning. From sleeping in an awkward position like that. Okay. It's on a hardwood floor. They're not even on the fucking couch.
No, I'm pretty sure this is cement.
Sorry, yes. They're on the hard floor. I don't know. I said hardwood floor because every time I think of hardwood floor or hard floor, I think of Would You Catch a Falling Star? Because that line is in the song.
Yeah.
I can't even remember when I fell asleep. Only the full moon Ren's full moon, warm against me. I can't remember her waking up either, leaving my side. However, she has. Ren is standing in the middle of the studio, looking as if she was lost. She's not looking at anything I can see. Not doing anything. Just standing there
She
watching
might actually
me.
be lost.
She might be watching you sleep now. She's managed to dress up a little by herself. A strange thing. I thought that
at least.
I thought that at least would have been impossible without hands. I get up and walk to her, patting her on the shoulder to get her attention. What's up? She flinches at the contact. I've never seen Ren flinch. Ren looks a bit panicky. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I mean, after last night, perhaps she's having some complex emotions caused by the fact that she has to think about what she asked for last night.
A bit anxious, a bit defensive. Nah, that's just all defensive. It's as if she were a completely different person last night. Perhaps she was. Maybe she was high. My heart dropped straight down to my stomach, full of liquid nitrogen.
Yep.
Ooh. I'm sort of... No. You are sorry.
No, he isn't.
Why, sorry. It wasn't very tactful of me, last night.
That's factual. I mean, you did ignore what she said about coming over, and then you did kind of, yeah.
Who was it that said Ren's route breaks people?
Yeah, I mean, look, her goal is to break herself.
Was it Idle? Pretty sure.
Do. The name was Do.
Sorry, look, his name has Do in it. I think of It'll Do or Mountain Dew. Regardless.
Neither one's correct.
Yeah, it kind of broke me with the last stream. Not to say I hated it, but I just felt so uncomfortable. But isn't that sort of thing something you want? Because you like me, in quotes. Emphasis on quote.
There's too much in that line for Ren.
So blunt. I am completely baffled by Ren's approach to this.
She isn't normally this blunt.
Honestly, I'm surprised she's not more blunt. No, even if it was, I think I'd prefer for things to go properly. Ren cocks her head, looking like she has no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, of course she doesn't. You're implying that there's a proper way to do things, and she doesn't comprehend that concept.
She still has this
guarded
feel about her, but nothing belies any real emotion. My headphones are a little loud. So you don't want to do that sort of thing? It's not...
This is a trapping statement.
I didn't say that. You were saying? So you do.
It's a trapping statement.
I didn't say that either. And what are you?
That's
boyfriend material?
That's probably the question next.
Listen, it doesn't even matter. I just don't think it was the best thing I could have done in that situation, and I tried to apologize. So hard to read this. You don't know how hard it is for me to read the series right now.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a little bit harder for Hisao.
I wonder for whose benefit I'm trying to come clear with these feelings. She knows you like her. But anyway, I don't even know why I'm feeling so terribly guilty. You should.
Maybe not.
Maybe. I don't think it was a very good idea either. Probably. I know. Yeah. It's like you said. We are not like that. We are friends. It was a bad idea. That's a bad idea. What's a bad idea?
We're only friends because you insisted that we be only friends.
Maybe you should forget about it, and I will too. I'm really good at forgetting things, so it should be alright with me.
I'm very bad at forgetting things.
Oh. No, it says good.
No, I'm saying that's what Hisao's gonna say. Like...
There it is.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Why?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Again, I'm very bad at forgetting things when it comes to you.
I can't even say points, because I can't tell if
The
there's
point,
points.
the score has reached a question mark on the board, and nobody knows where he's at.
Points, question mark. Because I like you, that's why. I told you that you shouldn't talk about that.
It's kind of inevitable in this current situation, I feel.
Ugh. I don't agree. Besides, you brought it up yourself before. I hold my hand and pinch the bridge of my nose in frustration. I have no idea. Wait, did I read this as I have no idea?
No, you said it right,
Okay.
I think.
Sorry, I'm tired. I don't know if I'm reading things correctly.
I think you said it right.
I have no idea how to get Ren to understand. I don't even understand me reading. I hate that Ren can't clearly tell what she is feeling about anything. That's just how she is, man.
Yeah.
I hate that she's sending these confusing signals as if she was high. As if she's expecting me to read her mind. Do you hate me? She actually thinks about this for a time. I don't hate anything. I don't think I'm a hateful person. Thinking. Then, what am I to you? Help me understand. I just sound as reasonable as I can. Can, but I don't know if it will help. Rationally thinking, this is the only way to get her to understand my point of view. Problem is, rationally never was a thing for Ren. It doesn't restrict her like it restricts me. It's not her driving force. It doesn't make her behave like a normal person. I can't. Are you mental? Yes.
There we go. And that's a great way of wording it. It's not, what am I to you? He asks, like, help me understand what I am to you. And she's like, I can't.
Yeah. Same answer. I feel so powerless. I feel frustrated. Why? I don't think you'd understand. I am not sure if I do.
Okay. So,
Save. Okay.
Okay, so I am not like actually telling you which routes are the actual routes.
I know this is a critical.
The other ones I've just let you know are like they don't matter because they don't matter.
I need to understand, then explain. I think she needs to explain. So let's go with then explain. Did I correct?
Nope, but you're going anyways. So, continue onward!
Dude.
Yeah, you demanded an answer. And the answer, nope. Like I said, you're on the route, you're going down the route now.
Fine, then explain to me. I can't. The same old stupid pattern emerges.
On the plus side,
again.
This route isn't going to take very long.
Me asking her questions to which she replies with answers that don't answer anything, because it's the only way we can converse. Apart from me listening to her blabbering about whatever, which isn't really a conversation.
I think you can see why this is maybe a bad route.
Are there some unseen rules that we have that we have unknowingly set ourselves into? Dictating the rules of engagement whenever we see each other, inevitably leading us to hurting each other. Her nonchalant answers, accompanied by even more nonchalant shrugs, leave me none the wiser. I hate it. So, I don't know what to say myself. I want to be angry. I am angry, but I also feel so powerless. Why anything I say matter? Would anything I say matter at all? It's fine if you want to turn me down, but at least do it properly. And if you do, then last night was definitely a mistake. In fact, this whole thing might have been a mistake. I don't want to turn you down. So you can't decide, but why are you playing with me like this, then? Hug, then ignore me, kiss. Then ignore me, play like a fiddle, is that it? Kiss me, then forget again. My voice is sounding very angry again. Even to myself, Ren 2 finally catches the mood and her curious expression changes instantly to something more uncharacteristic. No. She leaves it at that, her eyes restlessly wandering around searching the room as if the words she tries to find were written in the painting she herself has wrought. Then what? I needed to paint, so paint. My vision is filtering through the blood-red lens of unbridled anger. Don't give me that, Ren. I am not some damn use of yours. Feel free to abuse free to be abused for the sake of painting. I'm not some medium for whatever you aspire to. I am me. There's a limit to selflessness. Ren looks down at her toes and wiggles them a little melancholically while she takes my outburst without saying anything to defend herself. Only after I have finished does she try to respond somehow. I can't do anything else, or I can do all sorts of things, but I can't do. It's the only thing I sort of do properly most of the time. Yeah, that much I've figured out by myself. Thanks. Art first, everything else second or thousandth. Ever pause to consider things from a perspective other than yours? I snarl the words from between my teeth, then taste.
He's as cold as ice.
Ren is positively alarmed by now, so at least she's not completely dense, but it seems that she doesn't understand what I'm angry about. Can't believe even she could be so stupid. I didn't want to. This time it's Ren who interrupts herself in mid-sentence. Don't you understand? I can't. Can't what? She doesn't get a word out of her mouth. You never explain yourself. How am I supposed to understand anything if you never say anything? Why don't you ever talk? Say something. But she doesn't. Venting my anger at her feels satisfying, and being satisfied about it feels terrible. I can't stop myself. I try to discern some hints of her reaction through my adrenaline-distorted vision. My feedback was not the best kind, but I hope Ren got the clue that she just can't ignore everything else whenever she feels like it. I'd hate if she didn't. She never, ever listens to anything. She's so unaffected by the world around her. Not this time, it seems. Her body is shaking like a leaf on a tree from holding back tears, but I already know that Ren is not crying. Go away. Go away, Sal. I'm sorry, I can't deal with this. Her voice is tiny and tired as she says this, but I hear the words clear as day. The blunt, hollow remark is a fitting conclusion to this upset decision.
She really does look so sad.
That became an even more unpleasant, very one-sided yelling match. I leave the studio feeling angry and guilty. I never believed we would end up like this. I'm not like this. Ren is not like this. No matter how infuriating, unbearable, and outrageous Ren is, this is not like her. She really did change, or was it me who changed? Maybe I only thought I knew her, or maybe I knew the Ren that she isn't, or was it me who caused all this talking Ren into taking her chances with the exhibition? Am I directly responsible for Ren becoming like she has been for the past few weeks? I can't think of any explanation for her weird behavior other than the exhibition and all of the things that came along with it. Maybe it was the only way that could have brought us closer, but all it did was separate us further away from each other and now beyond the reach of either of us.
And, yeah, that's pretty much end. I mean, we can keep going, but it's definitely end.
Darkness covers the gardens of Yamaku High School, enveloping the small dormitory rooms in the blanket of the night. In one of those rooms, I lie on my bed, tired, so very tired. I gave up. Can't lie to myself that everything is alright, that everything will work out. That's how things go. Glancing at my watch, I see it's 3:30 at night. I slide my finger over the glass surface of the watch's face. Pretty dependable. Hey, Mr. B.
Hey, Mr. B, I'm also kind of scared.
Ever since I decided to start wearing it, always knowing what's going on, even when I didn't. I turn my head and see the neatly arranged assorted of medicine on my night's table. They are dependable too, things I am going to depend on for the rest of my life. I think of the limited days ahead of me, the infinite vastness of time that opens up in front of others. The time I wasted chasing things out of my reach, time I never get back. I take off my watch and lay it down on the table.
Yep, that's the... Yep. Well, at least we didn't see that scene. We can hit skip in the bottom corner. We'll save that for later. But yeah, yep. So, yeah, then explain is the bad ending, because it's like you're ignoring the fact that she can't explain, but you're demanding.
I need to understand why. I'm not going to give up on you, you know. Ren's shoulders slump and she frowns. I know. I don't want to be there.
I do.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to be.
I don't want to be there for you, you heartless bitch!
I read the lines as a mad character, and I was a mad character.
Yeah.
I do want to be there for you, but I can't do that unless I know how.
Yeah. How you doing, Mr. B?
Just let me do this thing the way I want, that's all. Fine, I don't care. You wanted to change? You wanted to destroy yourself? You want this exhibition more than anything, right? Yes. Okay, then do it. She doesn't respond or even show acknowledgement of understanding. I'm grinding my teeth together, frustrated beyond anything I thought possible. I want to grab Bryn's shoulders and shake her until she comes to her senses. I look at her, and in that moment, I know with crystal clear certainty that there is nothing I can do for Ren. None of the words I know would reach her, but still, I think that for whatever reason, you think it's important that you go this way all the way to the end, even if it's not healthy for you, on many different levels.
Yeah. This is gonna be... Yeah.
But I'll have nothing to do with it. I can't accept being treated like this, and not understanding the reasons for it. I am finished here. The full weight of what I said sinks in the silent distance between us. Ren doesn't show any reaction, nor even blinks her eyes. She just stares at or through me quietly. That's fine. Her voice is perfectly calm and motionless, like an announcement that the 7:30 train will be 7 minutes late. With those words, Ren made her choice, and I made mine. If either of us secretly wanted to change our mind, it's too late for that. I take a hard, long look at Ren, hoping that it conveys my feelings. Without knowing whether or not it does, I leave the studio for the last time, feeling empty and anxious like so many times before. Does it just go immediately into Act 4?
Yep.
I was expecting it to be a longer thing, okay.
No.
I make it in time for class, though not in time for breakfast. The classroom is bathing in gentle light of the sun. This means that it's going to be intolerably hot in the afternoon. For now, though, it's pleasant. I look at Misha and Chitsune's animated discussion about whether Hanako staring out of the classroom window, Muto stumbling into the classroom 4 minutes late and with no recollection of what he's supposed to be teaching today. I can never imagine dropping out of school just like that, even if it's only for a few weeks. On the other hand, Ren doesn't seem to have a problem with the idea, or going through with it. Then again, somehow I got caught along in her insane isolation, even if we ended up hurting each other. Or did we? Maybe only I got hurt.
Yeah, you made one choice that technically put you on the neutral route, but again, it doesn't exactly matter. They all become the end route.
It takes me until late in the afternoon to realize that today is Monday. The art club meets today. Not just that, due to the exams, this will be the last art club meeting before summer vacation. I have no real business going there, but I want to talk with the teacher. So I end up loitering awkwardly in front of the art room, waiting for the meeting to end.
That's it for this trimester, everyone.
His voice is loud enough to be heard through the door and way too enthusiastic for it to be genuine.
The next meeting is after summer vacations, on the Monday of the first week of next term. I hope to see everyone there again. Have a nice vacation.
There's a confused answering chorus of voices and the door to the classroom opens, releasing a flow of students. I wait for everyone else to leave so that I can talk to Nomiya alone. It's almost dinner time, so I don't have to wait too long. Nomiya is looking through the paintings, some of which are actually pretty nice. Ren might outclass everyone else in the art club, but she isn't the only one with talent. Excuse me, teacher.
Huh? What is it, Nakai?
He raises his eyebrows, questioningly, smiling widely. It's about Ren.
Oh, is something wrong with Tezuka?
No, something's wrong with me. No, but I hesitate for a split second. Not certain how to say what I want to say, giving Nomiya enough time to start blabbering by himself.
I saw her a few days ago when I was passing by Sei's gallery. She said she'd get 1 or 2 more paintings done for the exhibition. I was quite pleased. She's a surprisingly hard worker. I'd always thought she was a bit lazy, doing what she wants instead of the assignments.
He seems to notice my anxiety and realizes he is digressing, shutting up before finishing the thought.
But you had something to talk about. What is it?
I don't know. She feels detached from everything, as if she can't think of anything but the exhibition.
Well, isn't that good? She's focused on her paintings, as she should be.
Yeah, but this is different. It's like she's obsessed. I want to see her. I want to see her and...
Have you been bothering her?
He cuts in before I finish saying what I meant to say, instantly looking quite irritated. No, I don't think so. I'm just concerned because she's stopped coming to school completely. She feels strange, too. Stranger than usual, at the very least.
Humbug. This is much more important for her than some lousy math class or physics or whatever. This is exactly why the school is so flexible, to give every student a chance to fulfill themselves. Tezuka's a painter, so she should paint, no? And have an exhibition. That's what artists do. She should be allowed to concentrate on that, not these other frivolous classes. She should be encouraged.
God, this almost sounds like a bit from Family Guy, because it is. Because Chris had, like, a thing where he could paint well, and then literally the guy overseeing Chris says, yeah, you have to distance yourself from your family completely.
Yeah.
And I think that is stupid.
Yeah. If you think about it, it's really quite obvious.
His counter-arguments are not very convincing, but I'm having a hard time trying to make any kind of rebuttal. My grudging silence is interpreted as assent, and Nomiya turns to shuffle the stack of turned-in assignments on his desk like a deck of cards.
I have to say, while we're talking about Tezuka's exhibition, I'm very excited to see how it turns out. She's so young, yet she has such wonderful skill and style.
He's talking to the air, to relax the mood that got a bit too negative.
Yeah. I take it you'll be attending?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, we'll meet there next.
I take that as my cue to leave, and I do, although I'm not happy about it. My message didn't get through, to say the least.
Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, I wouldn't expect it to get through to him.
This is rough.
Yeah.
The day after that, all the missed opportunities and things I should have said come crashing down on me. There's nothing left to do afterwards but brood. He's in a depressed state. Second day, I begin to feel anxious. I start doubting my doubt, and it feels stupid, especially since I still can't think about anything else than Ren. Guilt's hitting him. Third day, Japanese exam. I fail it miserably.
Maybe.
And world history exam. Great! The thing I hate most about her is that she can make me feel this awful, even though I should be focusing on entirely different stuff right now.
Oh.
4th day, then a month, then a week. 4th day, math exam. We have a math exam. It goes how it goes. I don't care.
I feel like Mr. B is not going to be happy with that statement.
Math? Fuck math. 5th day, Nomi asked me if I will attend the exhibition opening. I can't say no to him, even though I seriously want to. I just don't want to discuss with him anything Rin related. But you're going to an event that is entirely Rin related.
Yeah, but...
So it's just better to take the path of less resistance.
If he said no, he isn't.
On the 6th day of brooding of Rin.
But yeah, it's like if he said no, then they'd be in a conversation about why he's disappointing Rin.
On the 6th day, the day before the exhibition opening, I find Rin standing in the hallway in front of my room when I return to the dorms after dinner. And what are you doing here? My tone is angrier than I intended. I'm a little disappointed that I was unable to restrain myself, but it can't be helped. Rin just stands there, like she just happened to coincidentally be standing around here where she has no business being. The way she reacts so coolly to everything annoys me now. That is not good. It's been 6 days, and the sight of her has me boiling. She hasn't even opened her mouth.
It would be really hilarious if this wasn't Rin and it's actually Kenji.
Finished painting. Shouldn't you be at the gallery? Preparing? They said no. What? I guess the gallery owner does that part then. Getting the paintings framed, hung on the walls and whatnot. So why are you here? Felt like it. That's new.
You saw my room. I wanted to see yours.
The same old stupid pattern emerges again. Me asking her questions to which she replies with answers that don't answer anything. Because it's the only other way we can converse. I mean, she kind of gave you straight answers like she felt like being here.
Yeah, but it's not the answer he wants.
I know.
He wants an answer of to talk to you.
Apart from me listening to her blabbering about whatever, which is really a conversation. Is this a play?
We already read this line, surprisingly. Just in a different sitting.
Are there some unseen rules that we have unknowingly set ourselves into? Dictating the rules of engagement whenever we see each other, inevitably leading to us hurting each other. Her nonchalant answers, accompanied by even more nonchalant shrugs, leave me none the wiser. I guess I should be happy that the exhibition preparations are complete. When I walk into my room, I hear her footsteps following me in. I didn't invite her in. I won't ask her to leave. She claims my bed without asking permission, making me wish that I had taken the time to make it before I left in the morning. Then stands up again as though she sat on hot coals. I half lean against the single corner of my desktop. This isn't cluttered. That isn't cluttered with stuff. To rest my legs at least a little bit. Ren spends a few moments glancing curiously around my room. It makes me realize that she's never seen it before.
That's true.
For a moment, she actually looks like she's concentrating, trying to get everything. This must be the eye for detail that makes her an artist. Your room isn't that interesting. Well, fuck you too. Since the room is small, she quickly runs out of things to look at, but nothing else transpires, allowing the uncomfortable silence to take over the atmosphere. The mood is chilly to say the least, and both of us are on guard, waiting for the other to make the first move. Of course, Ren could play this game forever, so it has to be me.
Yep.
So, give up because she'd never try to open conversation, and because it seems that she wants to say something, and I want to get it over with. Why else would she be here if she didn't want to talk? I mean, she did follow me in. I don't know what to say myself. I want to be angry, but I can't bring myself to yell at her or anything, even though I kind of did in the hallway.
Not quite that much.
My voice catches My voices. I hear voices.
That's probably true.
My voice catches her attention, and she tries to search for words as well, but it seems that she is not entirely certain as to why she's here either. And so Ren simply takes a few steps to close the distance between us and rises on the tips of her toes to even out the height difference. It was a bad idea.
I think this might be you.
It was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. Maybe you should forget about it, and I will too. It's a reflex, and almost as an afterthought, the words no, yes, and maybe simultaneously surface inside my mind. My head is between her lips and mine, a wall that I raise to guard against something. Breath feels warm against my fingers, the scent of her skin lingers about, a mysterious, indescribable sensation that captures me and draws my eyes deep into hers. The look in her eyes is surprised, quizzical, as to why the impertinent hand prevented her advances.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, that. Imagine what's going through her mind in this exact moment. You have been frustrated this entire time because she can't give you a straight answer and isn't just straightforward with giving you an answer. She's always back and forth, never straightforward. And this is the most straightforward she can possibly be. She is doing everything in her power to give you an answer.
Her eyes are really big and glistening with moisture and staring right into my own with a soft gaze that I'm having a hard time to match. Ren's half-open mouth makes her look even more confused, although the sensual way her lips are arching is signaling something completely different. Please, I need you. That's new.
It's the most straightforward.
The words come from her throat as a coarse whisper meant only for me, bypassing her tongue and teeth without giving them any chance to interrupt. They sober me in an instant, and I clumsily flinch back to get a little bit of distance between us, painfully scraping against my desk in the process. Ooh. Maybe it's her choice of words, maybe the way she says it, but something in it puts me off. Something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong again.
Yep.
Amy, for what? All the unpleasant feelings emerge again, and I feel my heartbeat suddenly increasing at least tenfold. Ren's eyes go out of focus and back again as her body relaxes from its tense state, and she stands upright again, was she not? I don't think I was thinking about anything. Why do you draw patterns in that dust on your night table? There's a word for that kind of thing, but I can't remember. A remark almost throws me off track, and I glance over her shoulder at the small table next to my bed, but I can't see anything from this distance. So she needs me for nothing specific? Just happened to come by because she thought I'd be glad to see her after she shut me out. No complaints accepted for a week. Completely altruistic motives. Felt like it? Bullshit. I can answer myself. To play mind games with whatever you want, to kiss whenever you want to, ignore whenever you want, to fulfill your whims whenever you want. Is that it? Is that what you need me for? My voice is sounding very angry again, even to myself. I think it should sound more sarcastic, like I just read it, but whatever. Good. Rentu finally catches the mood, and her curious expression changes instantly to something more uncharacteristic. No. Okay. She leaves it at that, her eyes restlessly wandering around, searching the room as if the words she tries to find were written in the tapestries of my walls. Then what? I needed to paint. She's gonna paint you! Paint? Of course! That's what artists do. The words reverberate
yeah.
reverberate through my being, beating in my blood over the piercing whistle of my anger. Don't give me that, Ren. I'm not some damn muse of yours, free to play with for the sake of painting. I am not some medium for whatever you aspire to. I am me. So, what if I don't know anything about my future? There's things I want and things I care about. Even I can dream of things other than nightmares. I'm yelling, but I'm way past the point of caring about things like that. Ren looks down at her toes and wiggles them a little melancholically while she takes in my outburst without saying anything to defend herself. Only after I have finished does she try to respond somehow. I can't do anything else, or I can do all sorts of things, but I can't do. It's the only thing I sort of do properly most of the time. I understand completely. Art first, everything else second. Or thousandths.
See, the interesting thing about this is the same argument, but it's not happening that day. It's happening a different day.
Yes.
And that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. What about me? Am I nothing? When I was interested in art, did that make you feel like I was a little interesting for a little while?
Now, there we go.
Ooh.
That's an interesting perspective on it. Because it's making it feel like, yeah.
Tell me. I really want to know. Did you ever think about my perspective? Is it just all you? The words rise like bile in my throat. She looks alarmed and also completely uncomprehending, as if she just doesn't understand what I'm angry about. I can't believe she could be so stupid. I didn't want to. This time, it's Ren who interrupts herself in mid-sentence. Don't you understand? I can't. Can't what? You never explain. How am I supposed to understand anything if you never say anything? Why don't you ever talk? She's talking now. Say something! Something. That's not helping. But she doesn't. Venting my anger at her feels satisfying. It feels wrong to take so much satisfaction.
I'm hoping that this is the scene because
satisfaction in it, but I can't stop.
Yeah.
Not wanting to face my anger head on, Ren turns around to steadfastly look out of my window, even though there is nothing to look at. The worst of my ire gone, I shut up as I can't be bothered to keep on yelling at the back of her head. The silence finally returns. I try to discern some hints of her reaction through my adrenaline-distorted vision. My feedback was not the best kind, but I hope Ren got the clue that she just can't ignore everything else whenever she feels like it. I hate it if she doesn't. I hate it if she didn't. She never ever listens to anything. She's so unaffected by the world around her. To me, that's called a free spirit. Not this time, it seems. Her body is shaking like from holding back tears, but I already know how that Ren is not crying. Her indifference made me so furious. Now that it's gone, I'm at a loss. I wonder, did I go too far? Look, guy, go away. This is my room. Go away, Sal. Her voice is tiny and tired as she says this, but I hear the words clear as day. What does there say anymore? This is my room. The blunt, hollow remark is a fitting conclusion for this unpleasant discussion that became an even more unpleasant and very one-sided yelling match. After a moment of collecting herself, Ren just gives up. I can see it from the way she slumps her shoulders and walks out. Even though she deliberately looks to the other direction, I can see how she's biting the corner of her lip so hard it might start bleeding if she won't stop. As She makes her exit. I realize that she left the door open when she came in, and my yelling must have echoed around the door hallways. Now that she's gone, I am left alone with my guilt. As the thumping in my chest slowly subdues, anxiety replaces it. Somehow, I feel that none of this would have ever happened if not for me. No matter how infuriating, unbearable, and outrageous Rin is, she is not the Rin I thought I knew. The Rin that I expected Rin to be. Was it me who caused all of this by talking Rin into taking her chances with the exhibition? Am I directly responsible for Rin becoming like she has been for the past weeks? I can't think of any other explanation for her weird behavior than the exhibition and all the things that came along with it. Maybe it was the only way that could have brought us closer. But all it did was separate us further away from each other, and now beyond the reach of either of us. I banged my head hard against the wall. Twice to make sure it hurts. Okay, Trevor Phillips, calm down.
If calming down was in his nature right now, this probably wouldn't have happened. But the game continues from here.
A headache is relentlessly thumping against the back of my head.
Can't imagine why.
As I push open the door to the 22nd corner. Apart from that, I'm perfectly calm. I don't see how. After venting on Ren all that anger that I had bottled up inside, it felt like a great weight had been lifted from my heart. And the tension that had grasped my mind for the past few weeks faded away without leaving even a shadow behind. In this nearly zen-like state of enlightenment, I realized that perhaps it was a bad idea to yell at her like that. I really meant it, but what good does blowing up like that do? Nothing. Am I not like that? I don't normally yell at people, huh?
I am not like that.
I am not like that. I don't normally yell at people. I don't know why I did yesterday. Here's the thing, like anger, jealousy, and what's the other one? Sadness. All three of those are very powerful emotions, and you can be consumed by them.
Yes, but the point is that jealousy's kind of a gray area. There could be instances where maybe jealousy is justified, but anger and sadness have many places where they're needed. It's perfectly natural for him to be upset with the fact that he's like, I cannot accept you not being able to give me a straight answer. Yeah. I need a straight answer about this. This is something that's important, and I need a yes or no.
But yeah, jealousy can consume people.
Yeah. Any emotion can consume people. Here's the problem.
But I'm just saying, those are like the three most likely emotions that make you make bad decisions.
See, I'd argue that's what people think and feel like. But one of the emotions people forget also can consume you and make bad decisions is being happy. Like,
what's wrong with liking life?
It's not about liking life. It's the problem of we literally just played Lily of the Valley, and the main girl that the main character liked was consumed with being too happy. Where her bad decisions are, well, my dog being sick would make me sad, so I'm just going to will his sickness away by being happy about it. He died? I'm fine. I have to be happy all the time. It's fine to be happy. It's not fine to be never sad. It's not fine to be never angry.
Yeah, you shouldn't force
that's
yourself
the point,
to be happy.
But people don't recognize that. People are like, no, it's my happiness at all else. And it's like, no. Like, your happiness is important. But it's also important to be sad. It's also important to be angry once in a while. This guy is right to be angry here.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's right for him to be like.
Yeah, pretty much all your emotions can consume you. You need like a balance.
Yeah, that's literally the plot. That is literally the plot of what's the emotions Pixar movie?
Inside Out.
Yeah, that's literally the plot of Inside Out. Is that girl just always wants to be happy and can't be upset. She can't be sad. Sometimes sadness needs to be in charge.
That's like an internal emotion fight.
Yes.
Like emotions are fighting each other. Happiness and sadness.
Yeah.
That's not a balance. That's an imbalance.
Yeah. It is wrong to be imbalanced to always be angry. It's wrong to be imbalanced to always be sad. And it's wrong to be imbalanced to always be happy.
Anyway, so I keep feeling really guilty about it and wanting to take my words back. Ren is probably upset too, even more than my own behavior. Her reaction shocked me. I've always thought of her as unchanging, detached from her surroundings, so that seeing my yelling get her so upset felt out of place. I wonder if she understands how I feel. In Ren's world, everything seems to be so absolute and subjective, as if she was completely unable to see things from other points of view than her own. But alternately, is anyone able to do that? Maybe objectively and...
Objectivity.
Maybe objectivity and altruism are just illusions for people who like to think of themselves as compassionate. Just like art is an illusion for people who think reality is merely a veil for something greater. Even when you stop thinking that the world revolves around you or start thinking outside of the mythical box, you are just inside another bigger box that you can't escape from.
The bigger, blacker box, in fact.
Yeah, Pandora's box. Maybe
also
that
true.
Ultimately makes her like the rest of us. I step through the door to find a gallery full of illusion people. He's gonna see a painting of him. Come on.
Could be.
Come on! Despite Shay's remarks during my earlier visits, I always thought it was very spacious, but now when it's crowded like this, it looks positively cramped. I immediately noticed Say standing in the middle of a lively discussion, bustily chattering with some old gentleman. Who could that be? She is actually pretty tall and kind of cool looking. So, no, it's funny looking. So she stands out in the crowd. There are a few dozen wine glasses laid on the tables along the back wall, filled with begrudging burgundy liquid. A vast majority of guests are sipping from their own glasses.
Well, unfortunately, you are too young for wine. This ain't Italy.
Socialities and art connoisseurs are mingling.
Mingling.
That's how that's spelled?
Yeah, mingling.
Mingling happily, exchanging mild opinions about Ren's art, which seems to be a secondary object of interest for most. I feel distanced, excluded from the other people here. I can't claim even. I stretch to be a social chameleon. So this situation is quite unnerving. Since I don't blend into the crowd at all, I just fake that I do, trying to look as cool and smooth as I can.
Trust me, that never works.
Smooth. I wonder how Ren is handling all of this. If it was me, I would be quite freaked out.
She might not even be here.
Throwing the anxiety aside, I try to carefully navigate through the crowd, stealing peeks at the framed paintings now hanging on the walls. Ren's exhibition takes about half of the gallery's wall space. Some paintings are less familiar than others, but I recognize most of them. Some I've seen being created at the club meetings after all, or remember from the time when Ren was choosing her portfolio. I note that a couple of the unfinished paintings are framed and on the wall as well. Maybe that's what they call...
Oh, hold on. Just look at coincidental art. Just look at this one.
Coincidental art.
Small blue character staring at somebody on a hill.
Bro. Oh, wait. Even Ren's failures, if you can call them that, become exhibits of her... Sorry. Is that right?
Yeah.
For her skill. Quite paradoxical. She herself is nowhere to be seen, which is strange because even though it's crowded, the gallery is pretty small.
Yeah, I don't think she's here.
Also, I thought she said she was asked to stay away or something. That's
No,
fine,
she was
sorta.
asked to stay away for the setting up process.
Oh. I don't know how to face her after yesterday. Maybe I shouldn't have come here. But I promised various people, Ren included, that I would, so. Damn. Sounds like I do the things I do because everything I do it for you. Because some kind of instinctual properness compels me to. It's almost like I'm a game character. Not because it would be sensible or not. I sneak closer to wait for a lull in the conversation so I can chat her up too. Even though her voice is almost completely buried under the general background noise, I hear bits and pieces of her talking about Ren. Yes, she is a high schooler at a local school. Even though she's graduating next year, I'm sure various art schools would be interested in. I thought it'd be interesting to have an exhibition of someone who is still in the early stages of development. It's so strange. It's like Ren is some kind of mini celebrity, even though this is nothing but a small exhibition opening at a small art gallery of a small town.
Yep.
In fact, there is a friend of mine from... It's Hisao!
Probably.
Yeah.
It's Hisao!
My eavesdropping is interrupted by a familiar voice and a familiar slap to the back. I don't need to guess the source of it either, even without turning around.
Oh.
No.
It's Hisao!
Hi, Emmy. Oh, damn.
Hi, are you like a representative of the art club or something? I don't see anyone else in the school here.
I don't know. Really? I guess I am, if that's the case.
Even though I'm not in the art club anymore.
Yeah, what about you?
What about me?
You
didn't think I'm interested in art? Is that it, Hisao?
No, that's not what I... Well, maybe a little, if you put it in that way. I mean, even though you hang out with Ren, I've never heard you talk about art with her, so... Amy huffs and looks around her, looking disconnected.
It's true. I don't get it at all, but she came to my track meet, so I thought it's only fair to return the favor.
Discontent.
Yeah, discontent.
She leans closer, trying to look confidential, but only managing to look conspiring.
Do you get art?
No, I don't. At all. My emphasizing head shake draws a giggle and a cheery head shake of her own out of Emmy.
Me neither. Hey, let's go talk with Rin. I bet you haven't yet, because I haven't either.
We'll go talk with her next time. But I don't know. Are we even close to the end of the game?
We got a ways.
We still got a little bit of ways.
It's 1 or 2 strings still.
Okay, guys. This was a rough stream to get through. So that is going to be it for today's episode. So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment to videos if you read them. Follow on Twitch. And we'll see you guys in the next Katawa Shoujo. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.